Welcome everyone. In today's video we are going to explore Northern Causeway, taken on the train, and the Belfast Lough, and the Castle Carrickfergus, which is going to be our final destination. The weather was typical here, was most cloudy, and was light rain, so there was not any point wait for better, and that I have taken a train from Belfast to Carrickfergus, which is only about 10 miles. So I recommend everyone is going to visit Belfast to take this comfort big trip outside of Belfast city, which takes only 20 minutes on the train. As first, let's talk briefly about the Belfast Lough, in Irish Lough, which is a large intertidal sea inlet on the east coast of Northern Ireland. Its head is the city and port of Belfast, which sits at the mouth of the River Lough. The lough opens into the North Channel and connects Belfast to the Irish Sea. Belfast Lough is a long, wide and deep expanse of water, virtually free of strong tides. The inner part of the lough comprises a series of mudflats and lagoons. The outer lough is restricted to mainly rock shores, with some small sandy bays. The outer boundary of the lough is a line joining Orloff Point and Blackhead. The Irish Sea is an extensive body of water that separates the island of Ireland and Great Britain. It is linked to the Celtic Sea in the south by St. George Channel and to the inner sea of the west coast of Scotland in the north by the North Channel. And we are heading to the Carrickfergus on the northern shore, where sits the castle Carrickfergus. And this castle Carrickfergus, it's built in my view more like a fortress than a castle. Let's talk about the Carrickfergus Castle, which is one of the best preserved medieval structure in Northern Ireland, located at Belfast Lough. It was built by John de Courcy in 1177. It was used by other several rulers as a strategic safety fort of operation during wars, since it's surrounded by water. The castle was built on a promontory rock and formed a walled town that thrived for many centuries. The castle is built on a rock that was originally named after a legendary King Carrickfergus, whose ship crashed on this rock where he was coming to seek healing water, but wrecked and drowned before reaching it. As I mentioned, it was built by a Norman adventurer, John de Courcy, as headquarters, who conquered eastern Ulster. He ruled it as a petty king until 1204, when he was ousted by another Norman adventurer, Hugh de Lacy. Then King John undertook a successful siege of Carrickfergus Castle in 1210 and began alteration on what was then Ulster Premier strategic garrison. In around 1250, Henry III finished what King John started, and the castle became the crown principal residence and administrative centre in the north of Ireland. Castle has retained 6 of 22 cannons that line the sea viewing walls. In 1797 the castle on various occasions had been used to house the prisoners of the war and became a prison that was heavily defended. Napoleonic wars and remained 6 cannon guns on this battery was used in 1811. During the 16th and 17th centuries, improvements were made to accommodate artillery, including externally splayed gun ports and embrasures for cannon, though these improvements did not prevent the castle from being attacked and captured on many occasions during this time. For example, Marshal Schomberg besieged and took the castle in the week-long siege at Carrickfergus in 1689. The castle played an important military role until 1928, and it was strategically useful, with 3/4 of the castle perimeter surrounded by water, although in modern times only 1/3 is surrounded by water due to land reclamation. In 1760 it was taken castle by French forces during the Battle of Carrickfergus in 7 years of war under the command of Francois Turot. They were caught by the Royal Navy while they were fleeing after looting the Carrickfergus Castle and Dome. Carrickfergus Castle was the first site chosen by King William III when he first arrived in Ireland in 1690, following the Glorious Revolution. Castle was used as a garrison and ordnance store during the First World War, while it was used as an air raid shelter during the Second World War. It remained as a magazine and armory for many centuries, and it was continuously used as a garrison for 750 years, until 1928, when its ownership was transferred from the British Army to the new government of Northern Ireland for preservation as an ancient monument. Carrickfergus Castle is a striking feature on the landscape, from land, sea and air. Steeped it over 800 years of history, it is sure to impress its visitor with its strength and menace. It has survived attacks by Scots, Irish, English and French, and even served as an air raid shelter for the people of Carrickfergus during World War II. The complex of buildings and defensive walls that dominate the site have been developed over centuries. The castle served to protect the town, which quickly grew up around. In addition to the castle, the medieval town was defended by an earthen bank with palisade and large ditch. This was then upgraded and extended in the 16th century. The impressive town walls, which survive today, were built between 1608 and 1615. And now we are going to explore the tower, the keep. A chamber on the first floor of the east tower is believed to have been the castle chapel, on account of its fine Roman style, with double window surround, although the original chapel must have been in the inner ward. The ribbed vault over the entrance passage, the murder hall and massive portcullis at either end of the gatehouse are later installations started by Hugh de Lacy, who died in 1248 and did not live to see its completion. In around 1250, it was finished by King Henry III.
got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn, no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck, everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, don't give a fuck. Can't stop, unplug, feeling overwhelmed, I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy, gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it, I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough, nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
The tower, called the keep, was built by John de Courcy, late 12th century. The keep was the strongest and fastest part of the castle. It is about 30 meters high, with walls between 3 to 5 meters thick. The keep also guards a well in its basement. The inner ward, the area facing the keep stairs, is thought to have been the original site of the castle Great Hall. The gatehouse was built along with the outer ward. It greatly increased the defences of the castle, adding a bridge pit, a row slits, a matriculation, a portcullis, and a murder hall. The gate towers were originally circular, but were altered at some point in the 17th century probably to allow for artillery. The outboard was added between 1225 and 1250, greatly extended the size of the castle and improving its defenses. Okay, let me know whether you like this video and you wish to see more videos like this and more videos from Northern Ireland, as I do not publish many frames from Northern Ireland and Ireland. When you have found this video interesting, then hit the like button and consider subscribing to this channel to let him grow, and I will see you in another video. Tschüss!
you.